What's up, people? Back at you again this morning with another moralities moment. This will be the last vid in my Stand Firm in Your Decisions video series. And this morning's morality moment note is: when making a firm decision, you are likely to encounter people who misunderstand your intentions and who may even condemn you. But if, according to your best judgment, you are acting rightly, you have nothing to fear. Take a stand. In the last video, my point was not taking a firm decision does not necessarily mean that a person is on a bad path. It doesn't necessarily mean that a person is on a bad path if they haven't made a decision or taken a stand one way or another. It may again just be that they don't have all the information they need to make an informed decision. But I did say that in us being stuck in a place of indecision, basically you can look at that as a decision. It's just that you decided in that moment to not do anything. So basically that's a decision to do nothing at that particular time. But then the first thing I noted in the first video was, once you have deliberated and determined that a course of action is wise, stand firm in your decision. Key thing there is deliberated. Thinking the process or thinking the situation through, gathering all the information that's necessary in order for you to make a wise, informed decision is key in whatever you're deciding to do, one way or the other. But then going to this morning's note, when making a firm decision, you are likely to encounter people who misunderstand your intentions and who may even condemn you. That's what we call haters. Irregardless of you doing whatever you're doing, people are gonna hate on what you're doing, especially if it's not, they don't benefit from the situation, or they just jealous or envious. So I never really understand why people get so caught up in what other people have to think or say about what you do, because ultimately you're the one that has to live with that decision. That person, and it goes back to, as I said in previous videos, how we can discredit ourselves because of past disappointments. We may feel like we're not in a position to make that type of decision, so we run and base our decision on somebody else's advice or point of view. And I've seen it happen, and then I've also seen that approach wind up being the worst mistake some people have ever made in their lives. So don't discredit yourself when it comes to making decisions based on what you think is best for you or what matters in your life, because again, ultimately you're the one that has to live with that decision. So if I can wrap up all of these vids with one statement, that statement would be, whatever decision that you make, be prepared to stand firm in that decision. Stand firm in your truth, because ultimately we're the ones that have to live with every decision we make in our lives, be it good, bad, or indifferent. So if you're on the verge of making a decision, guess what? Be prepared to stand firm in that decision, whether it goes right or wrong. But even if it does go wrong, recognize the mistake, correct it, and keep moving. Because ultimately, as we all have heard and may have said in times past, if you don't stand for something, you'll fall for anything. So stop falling for anything and stand firm in your decisions. That being said, hope you enjoyed this morning's morality moment. Peace, and I'm out.